slow-mo, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about old. I'm on they now, can't get a pass now, I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. It's trash now, I'ma spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the sky's the proof. You could just see in my eyes that there is no lies. I cannot disguise the truth. I've been ducked off, getting in my new merch, colored duck sauce on the new couch with my Chucks on. Get the on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat, get the out of my face. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to. Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype. Get hype, man, it's about to go down. I said the haters gonna hate. They hating on the T-flops. They can't stop us because we got the exclusives, the games, the storytelling, minds blowing. Understand them Xbox boys, they trying to destroy us. Nintendo boys, we still stand tall. Boys in red, you know how we do it. Let's get it on, let's get it popping. And this is why we gotta get hype, man.
To LA with it. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang.
What's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. So if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have in the land of PlayStation and Xbox as well as PC. If that is something that intrigues you, then this is the place to be. Hit that like button for me, guys. Hit that like button, share out the stream. So we're back at it again, man. We got a whole bunch of stuff to go over and discuss. Yes. Sony just revealed the financial results for the PlayStation 5 on how the PS5 is performing in terms of sales, in terms of games, in terms of PlayStation Plus, all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and rip that stuff down here and dig into that for you guys. I think it's going to be really, really dope to get into that. Obviously, the sales has slowed down. Typically, quarter after quarter, the scale will kind of tip a little bit, but Maj getting us started. Yo, shout outs to Marge, man. My man, always leading the charge, man. Seem like we're gonna fill up this bar today, man. God bless, bro. First blessing of the show. I appreciate you guys, man. Without you guys' blessings like that, the show wouldn't even exist without y'all, So I appreciate all of you guys who come in, day out, and support the stream in that regard, man. It's a big blessing to go above and beyond, and you see the faith in the content, and you guys want to continue to support, and that's definitely a blessing. Man, as time progresses, it's kind of crazy now because the next 3 more years is going to be a huge milestone for not just me, but also for the channel. And I would definitely say it's legendary from the time that I've been doing this until now. So, yeah, if it wasn't for you guys that believe in me, and more importantly, God himself believing in me, I wouldn't have made it this far. So thank you guys so much, man. Maj, God bless you, bro. So, yeah, like I was saying, man, lots of stuff going on with PS5. We're going to take a look at the data. We're going to see what's up. Also, Sony talking about the games and stuff, how the games are performing, first-party stuff. Tons of stuff to go over and rip apart and dig into as well here. Yo, let me tell y'all something right now, okay? Warhammer, not Warhammer. I'm tripping. Space Marine, it's Space Marine? Yeah. No. It's yeah. Warhammer. Yeah. I'm tripping. Yo, that Warhammer Space Marine game. Oh my God. Wow. We gonna take a look at that joint today. Bro, that joint looks fire. I'm not even kidding you. That Warhammer Space Marine game, guys. I'm new to. I didn't even think I even played the first one, but man, that game looks insane, bro. It reminds me of Gears. Like I'm getting a lot of Gears, DNA all up in there. You know what I mean? Over the shoulder and stuff like that. Third person over the shoulder, how you aim down sight and everything. It's crazy. That joint is fire. The gameplay is fire. Like, yeah, we're going to take a look at that joint. I want to see more and more games, actually looking like that polished. I mean, it looks very polished. It looks very crisp. The animations are just insane at this point. So we're going to be taking a look at that joint as well. I mean, it's crazy right now. It's really, really crazy. These games are getting real spicy. Also, we're going to be digging into Black Ops 6. Obviously, there's tons of leaks and stuff like that, but apparently there is no word on a PS5 Platinum trophy right now. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to throw a Platinum in there for people that, do love platinum trophies and stuff. But no, Black Ops 6, man, count me in. I did heard something from Microsoft. They were saying something about how this is going to be history in the making, having Call of Duty in Game Pass. And I think that's going to be a huge splash for Microsoft this holiday season. I know. The game lineup for 2024 for Xbox is kind of weak for some of you guys, but for me, hey man, I'm happy. We got Indiana Jones. Hopefully, knock on wood. Don't knock on plastic, Marlon. Knock on wood. There you go. Knock on wood that Indiana Jones does not get delayed to 2025, because how it's feeling right now, man, I'm like, okay, well, Avowed, I understand that. Avowed, to me, after looking at the gameplay for Avowed, I was one of the ones that said, hey, it looks good, but could use some more polish, right? But hey, nevertheless, well, it got delayed to February of next year.
I'm not gonna go crazy like how some people are. Oh my God. It's 6 months away. Calm down. All right. Calm down. We got plenty of stuff to play this year. All right. So just relax. Calm your nerves, because Call of Duty alone is gonna keep some of y'all busy for months on months on months. So relax your nerves, okay? Because some of y'all were saying, "Oh yeah, man, I don't like Avowed. Avowed is not my cup of tea." Well, if it's not your cup of tea, then most people are not gonna be pissed off that it got delayed. But anyways, Indiana Jones, I'm looking forward to Indiana Jones. I'm looking forward to Stalker 2. Now, Stalker 2 did get delayed to November, all right, which I believe, early November, if I'm not mistaken. Looking forward to Stalker 2, looking forward to Indiana Jones. Let's get it on. Let's get it popping. And we got Black Ops 6. So, and Towerborn. So that's 4, man. Calm down. 4. That's 4 games. Yeah, Sony got more, but at the same time, it's not about, at the end of the day, man, at least we got more than 1 games to play, right? So that's pretty much exciting. But Sony got some games. Sony got 6 games coming out this year for the PS5. So plenty to go around for some people. Now I wanted to clarify some things, because I did get in a report. Thank you for the news team that always tag me into stuff and let me know what's going on. But apparently the S game, the developers for Phantom Blade Zero, apparently they came out and said that nobody from their team said anything about Xbox or anything like that. So it's kind of crazy, because apparently the person who quote unquote said it, they wanted to remain anonymous. Who freaking knows at this point? Either way, like I've said in that stream, that was a bad look. It's not a good look. Saying that, it's bad for business, especially if you're a developer or a publisher and you put games on Xbox, or you want to actually you don't want to burn your bridge in that regard. And even though Microsoft is, struggling to sell hardware and not marketing as much in regions where the system is struggling, and still don't, it's a level of professionalism that you have to keep, when you're in that higher up status, especially if you're a developer or a publisher and stuff like that. You don't want to. Now, some developers just don't care, and I've seen it happen time and time again, where they're like, Xbox this or Xbox that, but there's ways on how to say things, right? I mean, people are well educated in that regard, at least I hope. But yeah, I'm glad they came out and kind of cleared the air. Obviously, with Game Science, apparently Game Science had something to say as well too. So it's just, everybody knows this. This is not rocket science, that Microsoft is not strong in Asia. They're not strong in Europe, and they just have to do a better job, man. They have to find ways to, market the system in those areas and crank out the best IPs that they possibly can. No excuses, all right? So there's that one. Just wanted to clear the air on that jazz for you guys about that report that came out. But I'm excited for Black Myth Wukong. I think Black Myth Wukong is going to be a phenomenal game. It looks good. It's right up my alley. I did cover some of if you missed out on yesterday's show, I went over some of the topics pertaining to that particular game. There's going to be some new gameplay or trailer or something like that that's supposed to be dropping, I believe, on the 8th. We're also going to be getting something for Black Ops 6. Now, this is wild card news. I'm just throwing all this in there, making a gumbo before we get to the main course, okay? So, Black Ops 6, we're supposed to be getting some kind of gameplay trailer or something like that, or whatever, some kind of trailer, August 8th. Also, Black Myth Wukong, we're supposed to be getting something in that regard. Cannot wait for this game. If you missed out on yesterday's show, when it comes to performance on PS5, we're looking at 1440p 60 FPS. Let's get it. I'm excited. And we're getting fidelity mode, which is 4K 30, according to this person that was, I guess, quote unquote, at the event where they were showing off the game and whatever the case may be, according to the leaker. So 4K 30 in terms of fidelity, and 1440p 60. And apparently the game is well optimized for the PlayStation 5. The game did went gold yesterday, and I couldn't even be more happier. So we'll be having coverage for you guys on Black Myth Wukong. I know that's a big game for this year, also for this month. So I have two coverages of it for you guys, covering both platforms on PC. Want you guys to see if you guys are in the market to build a PC, or you want to see how it looks on PC. You guys know I got you guys covered in that regard, and also running on the PlayStation 5 in case if you do want to make a purchase decision there as well. Okay, so buckle up, stay tuned for that content. And yeah, also there's some little things that I want to cover in a video pertaining to Microsoft and what apparently, according to Jez Gordon, what they're apparently going to be doing with their next console or whatever the case may be. And apparently it seemed like we're going to be getting this quote unquote handheld, because interestingly enough, we have seen when it comes to handheld PCs and stuff like that, you know, Asus and MSI and Lenovo, you know, all the top three, you know, PC manufacturers are throwing their hat into the arena. You know, there's X1 Player. There's tons of them out there. And I think Microsoft wants a slice of that cake. On top of that, too, the Switch 2 is getting ready to drop. We're getting reports saying that it's supposed to be sometime this year. But needless to say, apparently it's not going to be a hybrid or something like that. So we'll kind of dig a little bit much more deeper into that. Also, we're hearing something is going to be like PC and console in one, or something in terms of the UI. We'll see. Obviously, well, we heard from Sarah Bond that it's going to be some sort of huge technological leap forward. So we'll see in terms of the hardware. And we don't necessarily want to get focused too much on hardware. It's about the games, man. It's about the games at the end of the day, and how the games are going to run, how they're going to perform, how they're going to look. That's what gets everybody excited and get everybody pumped at the end of the day. So as long as the games are making a huge jump next to the new hardware, then there we go. Okay, the main course. Let's get right down to business. Hit that like button. Help out the show. If you are a part of our family, all right, our MGN family right now, our MGN squad, make sure you do your part and hit that like button for me. If you want to see the show survive, you know, to 2,000 episodes, we're almost approaching what? I think the last time I checked, we're almost at 1,000 right now, which is insane. I actually thought we had over 1,000 before, but yeah, I kind of miscalculated something. So yeah, we're close to 1,000 right now. So let's keep our foot on the gas. I'm proud of us, and we're just gonna push forward from there. All right. So there we go on that one. The main course, PS5 Pro. We do have some information to go over and discuss from Moore's Law is dead. Now he actually have some kind of smoke going on because Sony went after him. So where there is smoke, there's definitely fire. And he has proven to have some solid track record in the past next to Tom Henderson. And not only that too, but we also have a game developer or a game like director or something like that is actually talking about the PS5 Pro. And so we're going to be digging in all of this. There's a lot to unravel here. So let's go ahead and let's dive into this. Make sure you guys go ahead and vote on the actual poll that we sticked up at the top of the comments. It's very vital. It's very critical that you participate in the community polls that we do put up here. Subscribe. A couple housekeeping things real quick. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. And at any point of the show, if you do have any questions, any concerns, feel free to super chat. That does help out our show to continue to go, and considering becoming a member to our awesome membership community. All right, enough with the chit chat. Let's get right down to business. Let's talk about this PS5 Pro, man. Holy. So there's a lot to unravel here about this new report that we're hearing, that we're getting. And let's go down to WCCF Tech. So WCCF Tech is covering this information, and this is coming from Moore's Law is Dead, Broken Silicon podcast, where he kind of unraveled a ton of stuff. Okay, so take a look at this article here. Let me go ahead and big this up on screen for you guys. All right. So as y'all can see on screen, man, this is legit. This is no clickbait, none of that. You know, let's go over this report. Obviously, we still got to wait on Sony to come out and to confirm the actual meat and potatoes of everything. Hold on, let me remove that in the background. What the heck is that doing in the background? Yeah, so here we go. So the report is saying that PlayStation 5 Pro, PSSR, which we have talked about extensively on the actual channel before about this upscaling technology similar to DLSS. So it says PSSR upscaling will make it feel like 100% faster than the base model PS5, will allow some games to go from medium to epic settings. So similar to how, you know, PC is, right? Let's elaborate just for a minute here. So similar to how PC is, right? Where you go from medium settings to epic settings, or I'm old school, so ultra settings, right? So you go from low, medium, high, ultra, right? So in this case, they're saying epic settings, okay? So the PSSR, which I've already said this from before, that the PSSR is going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting. This is, and it seems to me that this is going to be Mark Cerny's secret sauce, right? For the PS5 Pro, if this console is real. The PSSR technology is going to be the bread and butter of the console, and it's going to be up to developers to implement PSSR upscaling into their games and allow that feature set to be baked in, and for us to see the results that we are needing to see when it comes to the PlayStation 5. I'm going to put my foot down right now, Sony or no Sony. Let me tell you this right now. We need to see huge results. I'm not going to say huge. That's a bit outlandish. Let me calm down. We need to see some sort of results from the PS5 Pro to the base, from the base PS5 to the PS5 Pro. We need to see some sort of jump, whether it's a smaller jump, medium jump, whatever, or else it's going to be a tough sell. I'm just going to be honest. I know that a lot of people right now are hype about this console, but at the same time, if people are not going to see any sort of substantial differences, I mean, it was the same report that we got about PS5 before PS5 came out, right? We heard that the PS5 was supposedly, almost 100 times faster or something like that than the base PS4, if I remember correctly. So it really comes down to, and we're still getting games at 30 FPS, by the way. We're still getting games running at 30 FPS. So, I don't give a doggone about how fast it is. What it really boils down to is how better these games are going to run. I'm just going to be cut and dry. I'm cutting to the chase. I'm sorry, y'all. But you guys know me. I'm a no bull crap person. So, what it really boils down to, I'm old school. I'm straightforward. Listen, how better is the game's going to look? You know what I'm saying? How much more performance can we get from 100 times faster if this is true? You see what I'm saying? That's what it really boils down to at the end of the day. If a game right now is struggling on the base PS5 at 30 FPS and it does not have a stable resolution, it's more of a dynamic resolution or something like that, PS5 Pro should be able to go in there and be like, okay, well, we can take that 30 and make it stable, or we can take that 30 and turn it into 45 frames, add more 15 more frames, and we can take that resolution and make it native. That's it. It's not a PlayStation 6. So I'm not expecting a whole new resolution jump, or double the frames. I'm not expecting that. Now, granted, there might be a couple games here and there that might double the frames, but don't know what Sony is going to market this. That's one of my, pause right quick. Pause before we get into the meat and potatoes. I do have a lot to say. Now, you guys can chime in on this one. You guys know me. I'm 100%. I don't have time for the bull crap. So check this out. Sony got a lot of flack for the PS5, right? With the 8K on the box, right? Obviously, the PS5. Now let's put on our thinking hats here, okay? Let's put on our hats. PS5 was marketed as what? A 4K 60 machine. Forget about that 8K nonsense, because we already knew from the jump. A lot of us tech dudes, people that build PCs, you got common sense. You already know the PS5 was not, there was no way. It's on the level of what? A 2070 Super, the early reports that we were hearing or something like that. there's no way that was going to be able to do no 8K. No console will be able to do no 8K. So let's get 8K out of the equation. So the console was marketed as a 4K 60 machine. So with that in mind, what will Sony market the PS5 Pro at? That's my biggest thing here. You know what I mean? Like, if this machine is real, then what are you going to market it at this at? You can't tell me 4K 120. Don't tell me 4K 120 because that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get a lot of it, bro. You have to understand the CPU is the same, right? The CPU is the same. So besides the higher frequency clock speeds and things of that nature. Now, the jump is going to be from the GPU itself. And we heard that it's going to have RDNA 4 features of RDNA 4 based off of AMD 8000 series GPUs or whatever. It's going to have, advanced ray tracing. It's going to have RDNA 3, from the jump, blah. It's already going to have the same amount of RAM. So I'm not expecting this machine to be 4K 120. Maybe they might market it as 4K 120, but don't expect this machine to be a 4K 120 machine. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Not every single game you're going to see that's going to be running at 4K 120. Like, it's just not going down. So I want to know, you know what I'm saying? I want to know how they're going to market it. Yo, Maj, my brother, thank you so much for the support, my brother. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. God bless you, man. Keep that train going. We're almost there. We're almost filling up that bar. Let's go. But yeah, I don't know what Sony's going to market this console as, 4K 120 or I do believe, though, with this PSSR, there's a chance that some of these games might end up doubling frames. You know what I mean? But possibly not at 4K. Maybe 1440p, maybe dynamic 4K or something like that. Maybe it goes from 60 to 80 or maybe from 60 to 120 in certain cases. But I don't know what they're going to do and how they're going to market this machine, but they just have to be realistic. Just like with Microsoft, how they marketed the Series S to be a 1440p 120 FPS machine, it's not going to hit that consistently. You see what I'm saying? And if you are somebody who is not tech savvy or anything like that, you're going to buy that console thinking every single game is going to run at 1440p 120. No. That's not how this works, okay? It's on a case-by-case basis. Some games are going to run at 1440p 60. Some maybe 120 once in a blue moon. And the rest, the majority, the more demanding stuff is going to be at 520p. 30 frames, things of that nature. So it really comes down to optimization, guys. All the spec talk means nothing. It comes down to how these developers are going to utilize the hardware. How are they going to optimize the games to run on the Pro or to run on the base PS5? And we have seen it time and time again where if you optimize your game correctly, you will get the best performance out of the PS5. Now, let's use one game in particular here, which is Black Myth Wukong. Pertaining to what we have seen so far, the game looks very polished. It looks optimized. Also, we got a report yesterday saying that the game is well optimized for PS5. If that is 100% true, then that's what we want to see. We want to see better optimized games so that they can actually fully utilize the actual hardware that we are paying X amount of cash for. So with that being said, let's roll the clip here on the full details. All right, let's go. All right, so let's get into this. All right, we got a lot to discuss and go over here. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Let me big this up so if some of y'all are watching this on your TV or on your phone, you can actually see the article a little bit better. All right, does that look better for you guys? Okay, let's get right into the meat and potatoes. So it says right here, despite the CPU and the RAM not seeing much of an improvement over the base models, the PlayStation 5 Pro will feel like 100%. Oh boy, look at this. 100% more powerful than their regular PS5 PS5 thanks to upscaling. Now, let's dig into this. So during the latest episode of Moore's Law is Dead Broken Silicon podcast, Alderon Games founder Matthew Cassells discussed the yet-to-be-revealed mid-generation refresh system and how its power and the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution Upscaler. So that's basically the full name for it. PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution Upscaler, PSSR, will improve games. Now, talking specifically about the studio's games, the console could allow them to activate ray tracing if the game already manages to run at 60 FPS on the base model without ray tracing. Regarding resolution, the console's additional power will allow games to be a little less blurry than the base model. Stop right there. Oh, you know what? Let's finish. But it won't solve the issue entirely. The upscaling will continue to play a big role in the grand scheme of things as games like Unreal Engine 5. Oh boy, here we go. Games like Unreal Engine 5 aren't getting any faster and will continue to need upscaling. PSSR, however, will make the PS5 Pro actually feel like 100% more powerful than the base models to developers, split between 50% of actual improvements and the other 50% brought by upscaling. So let's stop right there and let's elaborate. One of the issues that we were having with the base PS5, at least we've seen it with Final Fantasy 16, where the frame rate is like all over the place. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth looks blurry as heck in the performance mode, right? And so these are some of the things that I feel like they were just saying here, upscaling is going to play a big role. So don't go into this console if it's real that it's you're buying a PlayStation 6. It's not. Okay. And you might hear what they said. The game might end up being less blurry. Okay. The game might end up being less blurry. So it's not going to possibly just take away the blurriness 100% away. You're still going to see it, but it's not going to be as apparent as the base model. And for some people, that's fine. Now, some people will go on ahead and say, well, Marlon, developers right now on the base console, come on, Marlon. With the base console right now, all developers have to do is put out a patch and fix the blurriness or the fuzziness. That is true. That is true. But if there are some sort of hardware limitations or constraints or whatever it is that's not allowing them to be able to make the image clearer, then maybe this is where the PS5 Pro comes into play, because you have more horsepower under the hood, especially with PSSR. So this is my biggest fear. Okay. Now, this is what worries me right now in the situation that we're in. Now, none of this has to do with first party. Okay. First party, we already know we're going to get the best of the best. We're talking about third party here. Now, some of you guys already know Unreal Engine 5 is a beast. Some of y'all saying Unreal Engine 5 is garbage. Some of y'all saying that Unreal Engine 5 is just one of those engines that needs to be properly optimized regarding the game. And this kind of worries me, because that's basically what we're going through right now, where, the Fidelity FX Super Resolution, and we're seeing FSR 3 being implemented in a lot of games like Avatar, and there's a couple of other games that have FSR 3 in there. So yeah, just like with PC, like most people are heavily reliant on, upscaling technologies to carry the load. And that's what they're saying. Moore's Law is Dead, and this founder of this game development studio or publisher or company, they're saying the same thing that I was thinking in my head. Like, listen, the PS5 Pro, it's going to split everything in two, right? 50% upscaling and then 50% improvements in terms of certain games or certain scenarios. You might not see 50%. You might see 10. You might see 15. Games that are heavily demanding on the CPU. For instance, like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a CPU intensive type of game. It relies more on CPU than the GPU. And so if you are, and GTA as well, more of a CPU type of game. So if you don't have a good CPU, yeah, you can't expect to get more frames. You can't expect to get better performance overall. So the ceiling is already almost there for the PS5 Pro to where you don't have that much headroom. You see what I'm saying? You don't have that much headroom because you are working with the same CPU apparently. So if you're only working with the same CPU, there's only, even though you have an amazing graphics card, it's just similar with a PC. If you got an old CPU, for instance, from like 10 years ago, right? Or say, that's probably a little bit too crazy. Say about 7 years ago, 6 years ago, or something like that. And you go put a 4090 in there. You can't expect, to run every single thing on Ultra. Like the CPU, there's going to be a CPU bottleneck situation going on. You know what I mean? You can't make blood out of stone. Like it's just not going to happen. So you're going to have to upgrade that CPU if you want more frames or if you want better performance. And I hope you tech guys see where I'm going with this right now. So if this was a brand new CPU that's in the PS5 Pro, then that would have been a whole different conversation, because then, okay, well, now we can see some even higher performances in terms of, FPS, in terms of resolution, things of that nature. So it's going to be interesting, man, because there are more Unreal Engine 5 games that is in the Matrix right now. Ooh, boy. And it's going to get tougher. It's going to really, really get tougher. I mean, we're seeing a lot of these third-party games coming out poorly freaking optimized. What a freaking joke. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, really, dog? Like, you know what I mean? Y'all can't optimize the games any better. Nope. This is what you get. So it really comes down to what these developers are going to be able to do with PS5 Pro. How are they going to implement, PSSR? Because that's going to be the heart and soul. That's going to be groundbreaking when it comes to third party. That's what's going to make people go out there and buy this console. It's nothing to do with hype. So let's throw hype in the garbage. Okay? Let's throw that in the garbage right now, because hype is not going to make you happy. Once this console gets revealed, if it's real, you guys are going to want to see, okay, how much more performance am I going to be getting? Similar to when you guys tune in to NVIDIA, NVIDIA keynote, or tune into AMD's presentation, or, whoever, Intel or whoever else, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all tuning in for improvements. You want to see, okay, how much better is this processor than the processor that I had last year or 2 years ago? Nobody wants to buy the same doggone thing or having just a very tiny improvements jump. Like, no, nobody wants that. People want performance gains. People want a big jump, or a decent jump. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But check this out. So they said, discussing the PS5 Pro leak specs further, Alderon Games founder feels that the aforementioned limited CPU. See, I just said it. I just freaking said it. I just said it. Before even digging into this whole thing, I literally just said it. What did I say? What did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? I said, because of the CPU and it using the same amount of RAM. That's it, right? You can't expect huge improvements. So I'm warning you guys right now. You can't say Marlon did not tell you. Don't go into this console. If you're in the market to buy this console, don't go into this expecting no PlayStation 6 jump. It's not happening. Or a huge jump, because it's using the same CPU and same RAM. You can't. I use that same metaphor or analogy about an old crusty CPU, and you go drop a 4090 in there. No, you're gonna get some frames, but it ain't gonna be the performance that you would want, as if you upgrade the other components. Upgrade that CPU, bro, and while you're at it, upgrade the RAM. You see what I'm saying? Upgrade that RAM, add some more RAM. Maybe you might still be on, if it's a 6-7 year old freaking PC, then chances are you're on DDR4. Well, go big boy up to DDR5, homie. Go to 700 mega transfer per second, homie. Do something like, something up your game. right? If you want more performance. So the fact that this joint is going to have the same CPU, same freaking RAM, just faster RAM. Now, let me just tell y'all this. I've been doing computers for years. Having faster RAM don't mean you're going to get a lot of frames. You might get 1 or 2 FPS difference, but you're not going to see 30 FPS because, well, you got a faster RAM. That's not how it works. Okay? That's not how it works. So even though the PS5 Pro is going to be having apparently the same 16 gigs of RAM, it's only going to be faster RAM, all right? Not more RAM. So it's not like they're going from 16 to 24 gigs of RAM. No, G, you're still at 16, just faster RAM. So what does that mean? It's going to be more snappier. You're going to be able to do more stuff. Just using the PC mentality for you guys. Like, the faster your RAM is, the quicker your applications will pop up and move around and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The more RAM you have, well, the more stuff you can do.
Thanks for the donut.
You see what I'm saying? So don't expect, a huge jump in that regard because, and this kind of stuff kind of worries me when it comes to GTA 6 because in Moore's Law is Dead podcast, in the thumbnail, he did put up Oh, thank you so much, Rusty, for the $10. He did put up in the thumbnail PS5 Pro, GTA 6, 60 FPS with a question mark. See, that also concerns me right now. That also concerns me because the fact that he has PS5 Pro, 60 FPS, GTA 6 question mark. We don't know. And if it's going to be, oh Jesus, if it's going to have the same CPU and RAM, you might not see a huge jump for GTA 6. I think the biggest thing here is figuring out what this game is going to run on the base PS5. Now, if I have to throw my hat into the arena, just a wild guess, I'll say about 40 FPS on the base PS5. And then for PS5 Pro, 60. Or it's at least going to try to get you to 60, but it's probably not going to be stable. And then PSSR is going to come in. I'm just trying to break this thing down. I'm just trying to use everything that I've learned about computers for years, going to school for it, building computers since I was like 10 years old and understanding hardware. I'm just saying like for all I know, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying like with him just putting that doubt right there, like 60 FPS GTA 6, it might not be able to hit 60 FPS on PS5 Pro. You know, that's why they were saying, you know, it's going to be 50% upscaling. They're going to rely more on upscaling more than anything else to carry the PS5 Pro. So what that means to me is like, okay, well, Rockstar, if this console is real, Rockstar is going to be heavily reliant on upscaling with PSSR in order to get you close or to get you at 60 FPS. Now, I know what some of y'all are going to be saying. Well, Marlon, I want that 60 to be locked. I hear you. But we're at least a year and change away from knowing any of that stuff. But all I'm just saying is I'm trying to set realistic expectation to my audience. Don't go into this with a little bit that I don't know everything, but with my computer background and working with computers for years, you're not gonna get no phenomenal jump. You're just not. You're just not. So don't go into this expecting the world because it's not gonna happen. So they said the limited CPU and the RAM improvements, and they aren't going to be a massive problem, as the vast majority of console games aren't CPU bottlenecked. So that's something that I talked about earlier with you putting a 4090, with a CPU that's like 7, 6, 7, 8 years old. Yeah, you're going to run into some issues there, right? And basically, with CPU being bottlenecked and stuff like that, typically with consoles, it's a bit different with how things are developed and things of that nature. So we might not see no CPU bottleneck situation happening, which is good. Now they did mention that this and scaling up RAM is usually among the hardest thing to do, as most developers optimize according to the available RAM. And only some of the biggest games with the biggest development team would be able to take advantage of additional amount. Woo! GTA 6. Let me say it for you before you say it. GTA 6. There you go. So we might see, I'm just saying, if the console comes out, I'm just going to put my 2 cents on this. If the console comes out this year, right? And GTA 6 comes out next year, right? Which we already know this already. GTA 6 might be that game that really shows you what the Pro can do in terms of third party. Because they just mentioned the biggest development team. Obviously, there's tons of big development teams, but I'm just saying, being that we're talking about GTA 6 right now and that he talked about it in his podcast, I'm just saying, like, we could very well see Rockstar Games, tap into the PS5 Pro and to the fullest extent, or almost to the fullest extent, and really show us what this hardware can do. So we'll see on that. Also, they're going to be talking about here the GPU improvements. So the GPU improvements, on the other hand, may allow some games to run with equivalent of epic settings instead of the medium settings usually used for the base model. So apparently, with development in mind, they're developing apparently with the base console in mind at medium settings. And then because of, remember what I said earlier, like the brunt of the power and capabilities is into the GPU. So that's where you're going to see the improvements at, in the GPU. So basically, that with the improvements, if it's true about RDNA 4, if it's true about RDNA 3 and all those feature sets, and more, VRAM or whatever the case may be, that's going to help. That's definitely going to help to some degree to help you get more, to see more performance in terms of the graphics and things of that nature, right? And also handling up on some of that frame rate as well. So, and being able to bring things to ultra settings or epic settings. So there's that one. On the other hand, may allow some games to run equivalent to epic settings instead of the medium settings usually used for the base model. The additional power, listen to this, the additional power may make it easier. Oh my God, my kid, make it easier for developers to implement 120 hertz modes with further tweaking of the graphic settings. No. I can't no. Go grab her, man. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, my kid. So that's interesting. So the last part right there, sorry about that, guys. My kid. So the additional power, the additional, I love my daughter. She just literally power push down that door. Said, Daddy, I know you up in there talking. My daughter's like, ugh, she's strong, man. She just pushed that. I have the door locked. She pushed that door. They pushed that thing open. Like, I'm getting into Daddy's office today. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. So the additional power, right? The additional power make it easier for developers to implement 120 hertz mode. And obviously we have seen a lot of, 120 hertz modes and stuff like that in more than a few games already and things of that nature. So yeah, I think right now, being that we're hearing that this is going to be heavily reliant on PSSR, upscaling, and things of that nature, we're just going to have to wait and see, guys, how this machine is going to make gaming, better for all of us in terms of performance. Because right now, the base PS5 is doing just fine, more than fine when it comes to most games, and also when it comes to first-party games as well. First-party games, they're doing excellent with first-party games, but when it comes to second party and stuff like that, you're going to get some games that are just, the resolution is not clear. looks fuzzy, we're not getting a much more stable frame rate. So let's hope that the Pro can actually clean up some of those things. And especially the more and more deeper and deeper we get with Unreal Engine 5, Unreal Engine 5 is only going to get worse, guys, in terms of being more complex. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to require more RAM. It's probably going to require all sorts of stuff to get games running at the performance that you guys want, right? Because I'm pretty sure everybody right now wants every single game that is being developed right now to run at 4K 60. I feel you 100%. But that's all we have on the PS5 Pro. Again, I'm taking all of this with a grain of salt until Sony themselves come out with full breakdown, full information, and let us know, hey, this is what's going down. This is what you can expect. This is how it's going to look. This is how it's going to play. All right. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. All right. So let's talk about how the PS5 is performing, and then we're going to take a look at Space Marine. Okay. So yeah, obviously we know when it comes to PS5 and sales and just sales in general, sales is going to go up, sales is going to go down, but this is their financial earnings call. So we do have to talk about this because we got to know, well, how much is, PlayStation Plus Premium growing? What's going on right now? Obviously, the sales for the PS5 has slowed down. Obviously, this is nothing new because you know how the market changes. And then plus, this year is not the biggest year when it comes to games for PlayStation, right? So, most people are probably going to say, hey, I'm just going to hold off. Now, they're still doing better than Microsoft, obviously, and they're doing better than Nintendo. Nintendo edged them out here and there in certain months, but PS5 right now is at 61 million. Okay. I know some of y'all probably thinking like, oh my God, Marlon, I was expecting 65 or 70. No, 61. Okay. Which again, we're going to be going over the meat and potatoes. So this is coming from insidergaming.com. Shouts to Tom Henderson and the team. All right, so as you guys can see right here, it says PS5 sales are nothing to worry about, okay? So on Wednesday, Sony announced its latest quarterly earnings. One of the things taken away from the report is that the PlayStation 5 sales have fallen a bit, okay, compared to the same time last year. And while Sony only sold 2.4 million consoles, look at this, guys. They only sold 2.4 million consoles in Q1 2024. It shouldn't be something to worry about. Now, according to Matt over there at Circana, with 61 million units moved, the PS5 continues to outsell the PS4 by about 7% for the same time on the market, which is pretty good, right? 7%. That's actually pretty good. And that's with the first few months of the PS5's life being during a obviously pandemic, right? Which we had, product shortages, things of that nature. And obviously they're throwing their 2 cents on this. Says, personally, I still believe that exclusives will help move consoles, which is something that I've always said. But, people, oh yeah, you're lying. That's not going to work. Bro, anyways, that's another conversation for another time. But anyways, Matt saying, listen, I personally still do believe that exclusives will help move consoles, which I've said that since day one. Majority of people buy PS5 and Series consoles for third-party games. Everybody knows that, but they are a core amount of people that buy consoles for exclusive games, especially when it comes to PlayStation. So there's that. So like I said earlier, the bigger stuff is not until 2025. Hence why things kind of slow down. You can't expect everything to be up on the uphill, but at least Sony is still doing pretty good. But the current gen only release of College Football 2025 moved more system in a single day on the Xbox side, specifically the Series S. See, there you go. That's what I was hearing. The reports of College Football 2025 actually moved a lot of Series S. So that's what's selling for Microsoft right now, the Series S, which that's good for them because that's their main console anyway, which they miscommunicated that to us in the very beginning. They should have came out and said, listen, the Series X is not the main console. The Series X is just a helper to the Series S. The Series S is the main console, not the X. And so there it is. It's very evident that a game like college football sold so many systems on the Xbox side in one day, which I think is really, really cool for Microsoft, right? On top of that, can you imagine GTA 6 and how that's going to be? Yeah, that's going to be crazy. So, which is a shame right here because it says then it had since the console's first launch. So that's crazy. That's literally crazy. Now, look at this right here. Look at this. Games like Death Stranding 2 and Marvel's Wolverine are likely to help move PS5 consoles when they launch, which I've already said. Games like that, Wolverine, Death Stranding 2, oh, people are going to buy PS5s. There's also the eventual release of the PS5 Pro that, despite the skepticism, is still planned for launch in 2024 as of this writing. Aside from PS5 sales, console sales in general remain strong for the current market. The Nintendo Switch, according to Matt, is 1.1 million units, being beating the PS2 in lifetime to date. Really? Interesting. Did it beat out PS2? Interesting. Lifetime sales to date, sales on the Xbox side of things, the Xbox Series systems are on pace with the 360s. Okay. And that's the best selling console in Microsoft history. Yeah, most definitely. Okay. So I did pull up something else here for you guys. Oh yeah, here it is right here. This is from Zubitech. So you guys can have a proper breakdown of what's going on. So Sony PlayStation Q1 FY 2024 gaming highlights. 2.4 million shipped, bringing PS5 lifetime sales to 61.7 million sold. 53. Look at this, guys. Wow, this is really good. 53.6 million games sold for PS4, PS5. Wow. 6 million of which were first party. Wow, man. 53, almost 54 million games. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. Between PS4 and PS5, that's a lot. That is a lot. So 80% digital ratio for Q1, and PlayStation Network monthly active users is 116 million. Obviously, Microsoft is leading the charge right now, because of the ABK deal and things of that nature. So yeah, there you guys go on that one. Obviously, there were some more stuff, but like I said, it's pretty significant that Sony come out with the big stuff. Right? The big stuff is what people care about. And that's why a lot of people were pissed off, because when they heard that, we're not getting anything, right? We're not getting anything at all till 2025, the bigger stuff. So a lot of people were like pissed off, like, are you kidding me right now? Like, why are we not getting, the bigger games? And so hence why things are down. You know what I mean? And so there's that. Also, on top of that, a record monthly active users for June on PlayStation Plus. So seeing about a 7%, increase there, over the course of Q1 to from Q1 last year, 2023 to Q1 2024. So we're seeing 108 million to 116 million to where we are right now in Q1 2024. So that's growth. That's growth. And, I think at the end of the day, man, as long as you are edging out stuff, and this is a perfect breakdown. Shout out to Zuby Tech. Make sure y'all go give him a follow, man. Look at this right here as well. As you guys can see, PS4 versus PS5 launch timeline aligned. PS5 is tracking behind PS4 by 1.8 million units shipped. So as you guys can see, that's not bad for a console that launched in a pandemic. Now, I would throw my 2 cents into this and say that, well, if the PS5 would have launched last year or even this year, I felt like you know, it would be off to a better start than this. But needless to say, man, that is very close. 1.8 million away, you know, from beating PS4 in this same time frame. That's crazy. I mean, people are buying PS5, so it's not like the PS5 is not selling well, you know what I mean, or, you know, or doing enough for Sony. I mean, obviously, if the bigger stuff would have dropped this year. Now, let me go ahead and let's change screen. Yeah, the main takeaway here, there's nothing to be alarmed about. PS5 is still selling well, still top in the charts. The biggest takeaway from this whole thing is that, like Tom Henderson, like Matt over there at Circana said, the biggest thing is the games, the exclusive games, right? You know, diehard PlayStation fans, the core hardcore fans, all they generally care about, bro, is the exclusive games. You see what I'm saying? People buy, obviously, their consoles for third-party games, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, whatever the case may be. But there's a fan base for exclusive games. And I've always said that exclusive games drive hardware sales. And that's something that is a bread and butter for Sony since the very beginning. Sony needs to do better, starting off next year with some bangers. All right? We know Wolverine is coming out. Wolverine is not going to be, according to the leaks, not until 2026 at this point. We know that Death Stranding 2, they just finished the development in terms of like mocap for Death Stranding 2. So that's already done. They're just, you know, taking the year off to just polish everything up. That game is going to, oh my God. I can't believe that's running on the base PS5. I'm excited about Death Stranding 2. That's very exciting. So, you know, Ghost of Tsushima 2, don't know when that's coming out. For all we know, that might not even drop till like 2026. I have a feeling, I'm willing to bet and lose that game is going to be 2026. I just have a feeling. I'm smiling. It ain't confirming anything because I don't know anything, but I would say that game is about 2026 at this point. Don't know what else Sony got up in their bag for 2025. Now, some of y'all will probably say, oh, Marlon, the Venom game. That's not confirmed in terms of a release date. So a release window, we don't know. We don't know if that Venom game is going to drop. I will say that Spider-Man DLC, that Spider-Man 2, man, I can't believe it's almost a year. So Spider-Man 2 DLC, I would say that might help boost some sales. If that comes out next year, I can see that coming out next year. And then the Venom PS5 game, that's going to drop 2026. Venom 2026, Spider-Man 2 DLC 2025. That will help move some sales on top of some new IPs. I think that's one of the biggest things that's holding the PS5 back right now is new IPs. People want to see new IPs. Even though Sony has came out and dropped some new stuff, people still want more. People want, something brand new, completely that they have never seen before that's actually utilizing the hardware. So there's those takeaway, guys. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. But overall, nothing to worry about. PS5 is still selling well. Sony still got a lot of work to do. And we already know that the bigger stuff is on the wraps. So we just going to have to be patient on that one. And we'll see we'll see what's popping on that. All right, so let's go ahead here, guys, and let's take a look at Space Marine 2. Holy cow, bro. So IGN, we're going to take a look at IGN's coverage here. Man, this game, oh my God. Make sure you get your money ready because, man, well, don't get your money ready until I play it and then make a decision from there. You guys can make a decision from there, but maybe you want to just buy it after your own merit. I mean, that's fine too if you're already a fan of the first one. But my God, man, God dang, like this looks crazy. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Space Marine 2, the final preview. All right, here we go.
So far and wide from its humble tabletop origins that I would almost consider the fantasy of being one of the Adeptus Astartes, a space marine, as being on par with being Batman or a Jedi
God! God, this looks
Space Marine
crazy!
2 brings me closer to that fantasy than maybe any previous game has. At its best, it's practically 40k Nirvana, mowing down disorienting numbers of Tyranids with a heavy bolter or cutting a path through them with a chainsaw. At times, the controls can get a little clunky, especially on a controller, but I suppose some of that comes with being an 8-foot-tall juggernaut coated in ceramite.
Bro, this is some Gears. I'm getting Gears vibes, bro. Heavily inspired by Gears.
I had access to the first little bit of the campaign, which has Clive Standen, aka Rollo from Vikings, giving an inspired, gravelly performance as Captain Titus from the first game.
We will eradicate your kind from the galaxy.
Who is immediately embroiled in some interesting drama with his new squad mates due to his checkered service record. They ultimately set that aside, though, to do battle with the Tyranid hive fleet threatening the soaring Gothic spires of the Imperial world of Avarax.
Man, this looks insane, bro. God.
What's immediately striking is how detailed and well-animated everything on the ground is. From the humble Cadians, who will often kneel and talk in a whisper as the Emperor's angels approach, to the smallest gilded details on the architecture.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever had the feeling of standing on the ground in the Warhammer 40k universe to this level of satisfaction before.
Wow. Can you imagine that DualSense, guys? That DualSense is fixing to be crazy.
The chaotic soundscape is spot on.
God. Gears, gears, gears.
And no expense has been spared, filling every square inch with the kinds of small touches that delighted me as a longtime fan of this franchise.
Man. Yeah, co-op. It's co-op.
As far as nailing the experience of playing as one of the Emperor's finest,
man, look at the
Space
water,
Marine
bro.
2 generally does a respectable job there as well.
God.
Titus and his buddy's Primaris armor is rendered in gleaming fidelity with lots of moving parts, managing to feel imposing and maneuverable at the same time.
Man, this looks insane, bro. This looks
Anytime
insane.
I got to remove an obstacle through pure super strength was a highlight.
Man, this on the PS5,
And
man, with that
most of the guns
DualSense.
feel great to use. From the classic bolter to a plasma gun that makes enemy armor seem like a joke.
Wow.
I wasn't totally sold on the melee stuff, unfortunately. Carving through gaunts with a chainsword is just as exhilarating as it should be, but Space Marine 2 has also tried to implement a Sekiro-esque system of telegraphed dodges and parries to counter enemy special attacks, and I'm not quite sure if it works here. Maybe 6 hours just wasn't long enough to get the feel for it yet, but I got the sense that it really slowed close combat down.
Man,
with
so much
canned
enemy on
animations,
screen.
breaking up the flow a bit
God
too much.
dang, it's gonna bug down on your hardware
Likewise
though.
with the Doom 2016 style finishers, though they are gloriously brutal in their spectacle. You really can't argue with how awe-inspiring it is to see a Space Marine rip a Tyranid warrior's head clean off and discard it like trash. Maybe they're just a bit too long, or they mess with the camera too much, but they feel like breaks in the action rather than part of it.
Oh my god.
The main enemies in the missions I played were primarily Tyranids, though it seems like the forces of chaos are definitely up to something behind the scenes, as they often are.
Dang.
And the variety of chitinous baddies is pretty impressive, from hordes of regular gaunts who mainly serve to show off
I was
their
saying
godlike power,
gears.
to slippery lictors who require a bit more finesse to take down. These guys, likewise, have never looked better in a video game, with some of the more complex model updates from the recent tabletop refresh of the faction shown off in all their creepy splendor.
Protect the resonator. Scratch one grub.
The mode I spent the most time with, though, is the new 3-player co-op, which seems to be where the meat of Space Marine 2 lies.
Scratch
There are
one
tons
grub.
of perks and weapon upgrades to unlock, and Much to my delight, as someone who rolls their eyes at playing boring Ultramarines,
Scratch
character
one, grub.
customization includes the ability to unlock armor colors and liveries from dozens of chapters, including both my beloved Space Wolves
Ready at Dawn
and
closed
some
down?
fairly
I don't know.
obscure ones. On top of this, you have 6 different classes to choose from, each of which has at least 3 primary weapons to level up, allowing for a huge amount of build diversity. I probably had the most fun with the standard tactical marine. I know. Right after I said Ultramarines are boring. The Assault Marine can be exciting too, but as I never fully got comfortable with the melee combat, and I also found the jump pack to be really kind of fiddly and inconsistent, it ended up being the build I wish I was good at, but never quite got there. The Heavy Marine is also great fun when you can fire hose away with a heavy bolter and watch an entire
Yes, hit that like
swarm
button,
evaporate.
yes.
But they don't have much to do when they're out of ammo, which isn't as big a problem for the other classes.
Man, this is about to be stupid fun with
I feel
co-op.
like some levels could use
Man.
a bit of rebalancing in terms of ammo drops, at least if you have a heavy on the squad. It can be a long time between resupplies.
A fine weapon.
Since I was playing on a pre-release build, I was often paired with bots, and they're not really very good, even on the lowest difficulty. The aforementioned Heavy Marine just isn't that viable because you can't count on your AI teammates to keep strong melee enemies off of you. But when I did match with other humans, I was having a great time. So I imagine this issue will be resolved when the servers are open to everyone. The more linear levels and somewhat clunkier movement is definitely
Delay
an
for
adjustment
Xbox?
when I've played hundreds of hours of Helldivers 2 already this year. But there's no mistaking that I could definitely see myself spending an obsessive amount of time
Hitting the thumbs
unlocking
down
all
button.
the
Why are you
cool
hitting the
visual
thumbs down
and
button for?
mechanical kit for my favorite chapters and classes.
Why are you hitting the thumbs down button? Y'all always coming in here with some kind of negativity,
Space
I
Marine
swear.
2 has a real shot
Why
at
y'all-
being
what-
the
why you hitting the
quintessential
thumbs down button
third-person
for?
action game set in the 40k universe. It's exactly what it says on the cargo canister. You get to be an enormous, super strong, nearly invincible battering ram of post-human destruction, slinging retribution at uncountable hordes of Xenos across beautiful,
with people, bro.
detailed battle spaces.
27 minutes.
that
You know
bring
what's
this
funny?
universe to life in a
You know what's funny, bro? Like, it's like I don't even know. The news just came out about Ready at Dawn. Like, just came out a couple minutes ago. I didn't even have my phone. My phone was over here on the other side of my microphone. Oh, that's your job. You need to know. You didn't know that Ready at Dawn? You didn't know that Ready at Dawn was closing down? Like, if I would have known that Ready at Dawn was closing down or closed, I would have talked about it at the very beginning of the stream. Clearly, we just got into Space Marine. I didn't even have my phone. I just picked up my phone and checked Twitter and saw 20-something minutes ago that it's there. Oh, thumbs down. Get out of here, bro. Oh, y'all know me already, bro. Y'all already know me, bro. Like, listen to me, man.
in a way it never really has been before, ideally with a couple friends. You'll be able to check it out for yourself on September 9th. For more Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, check out the official gameplay overview trailer as well as the behind the scenes trailer. And for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I would say about this game that kind of worries me is like the hordes of enemies like that are like swarming you, and I think that's gonna be more heavier on. I don't know. That might make you lose some frames, man. Lose some performances because of the, you know what I'm saying? Like because of the hordes of enemies on screen. I don't know. Like certain parts of it looks good and certain part of it kind of looks a little repetitive. But nevertheless, let me know if you're gonna be he said MBG rant. I know you say you were just messing with me, King Webb. It's all good. It's all love, bro. It's all love. Like I literally, when you said that, when somebody said it, that Ready at Dawn closed down, and I was like, I said, I didn't hear about that. And because I didn't have my phone, like I typically be checking my phone, or I'll get like notifications, or somebody will tag me into something, and I just picked up my phone, and then as soon as I swipe up, it was the first thing like 20 something minutes ago. That sucks. That Ready at Dawn, man, it's a shame, bro, because Sony, I don't know, bro. I feel like Sony should have bought them. There was no reason for Sony not to get them. Instead, no, they let Facebook buy them and ruin them. And obviously now the Order 1886, Sony owns the IP. They own the IP. So in that regard, it's like, it sucks, man, because Ready at Dawn was good. You know, it was a good studio. But yeah, now they're done for now. So it sucked, man. He said, yo, old school. He says, as long as you've been playing game, you still a baby boy. He said, did you beat this? He said, Skies of Arcadia. No, I haven't finished that game. I did play, but I haven't finished it. Yeah, all this meta nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they ruined Ready at Dawn, man. So if Sony would have bought Ready at Dawn, I felt like they would have been good. But a lot of you dudes didn't even like, the Order 1886. The Order 1886 to me was a phenomenal game. Like, I mean, but Facebook ruined them, man, with this meta nonsense. So we're officially in the Q&A portion, guys. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on the show. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Tag me at Marlon Gaming Nation. Yeah, King Webb, it's all good. It's all love, bro. Let's get into the Q&A. Super chats are welcome. If you have any questions, any concerns, tag me at Marlon Gaming Nation. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, Space Marine, I'm looking forward to that game. That looks good. It looks good. It really, really looks good. I just don't know how it's going to perform it on consoles and stuff, but it does look good. It does look good. It does look good. He said the Order 1886. I still have it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I still have it, bro. Order 1886. Order 1886. I still have it somewhere, bro. Order 1886. I have it somewhere. Order 1886. No. Order 1886. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. I have it, but I would have to find it. Yeah, it's somewhere. I love that game so much, man. I love that. I have to find it, though. It's somewhere around here. I would have to dig through a whole bunch of games to see where it's at, but I love the Order 1886, man. Love that game. That game was awesome. It's somewhere over there. I don't know. He said, find it, boy, in my Kratos voice. He says, you got to go to the bottom of the pile in the back. Yeah, I got to go to the bottom of the pile. It's somewhere. It's somewhere around here somewhere. Yeah, I typically have all my games, like, you know, it's somewhere. Plus, I have like a whole box full of games somewhere else, too. It's somewhere around here. Flintlock, Flintlock, it was all right. Flintlock, you know, it was okay. I couldn't really get into it. It's all right. Yeah, Space Marine, bro. It reminds me of Gears, man. Space Marine looks really, 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 really good. 109 for Ultimate. 109 for Ultimate. Oh, boy. He said, can you imagine GTA 6 PS5 Pro bundle, Rockstar and Sony be swimming in cat? Hey, you know, word up, though. Like, man, if Sony don't do a bundle, bro, they going to be missing out on a lot of cash. That's all I got to say on that one. They have to do something. They have to do something, bro. They have to do something. Because if they don't, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Let's see here. They want $70 for that game. Yeah, well, Asgard. Well, hey, man, you know how it is around here, bro. Everything is down. It's the whole chart. That's how showing everything and how PC and Xbox keep Sony afloat. Everything is down right now, man. You know what I mean? Everything is down. It says, how much is that Space Marine game? You ready to buy Space Marine, huh? You ready to buy that Space Marine too, huh? $59.99 on Steam. $59.99. Say it with me. $59.99. And $70 at Best Buy. Get your money ready, y'all. Get your money ready. $70 at Best Buy. It's $60 on PC. $70 at Best Buy. You don't believe me? I can show y'all. I can show y'all. Because you'd be like, oh, Marlon, you lying, Marlon. You lying, Marlon. I don't have to lie to you guys. I don't have to lie. Look, look. See? There you go. There you go. So $70 for Space Marine for PS5. And the game drops when? September 9th. So yeah, $70. So get that $70 ready. Get that money ready. You said Gears of War reboot. You said $40? Nah, bro. $70. Fork out that money. And that's for the standard edition. Wait a minute. Is there another edition? The gold edition is... No. Bro, the gold edition is $100. What? Nah. There is no way. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Are you serious right now? The gold edition is $100. Are you kidding me right now? God. Wow, bro. Wow. That's about what, $120? It's about 100. Yeah, that's about $120. He said, ain't no way, boy. I told you it's a $40 game. Dog, this stuff is crazy, bro. Like, wait, like, what's happening right now, man? Like, dang, bro. Series X, same thing. Same thing. 69 and $100. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Get that money ready, guys. I keep telling y'all boys, get that money ready. Should be a free game. Nah, yeah, that game is not gonna be free. Why y'all say it should be free? It don't look good. Make sure y'all get y'all GTA money ready, and make sure you get that Space Marine money ready too. Space Marine Gears Killer. Yeah, it reminds me of Gears. I wouldn't say a Gears Killer, but it looks good. It looks good. Still no word on Phantom Blade Zero. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of Xbox, PlayStation gaming forever. That's kind of concerning, dog. What's going on with Phantom Blade Zero? We're hearing all this stuff about he say, she said about Xbox. And what about the releases? I'm hearing 2026. You can't be serious. I'm hearing 2026 at this point. You cannot be serious. Taxing, yeah, hey man. CD's got it for low. Hey man. I don't know, guys. I don't know, but it looks good though. The game looks good. The game looks good. You know what I mean? It says I pre-ordered the Gold Edition, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Star Wars. Bro, Star Wars Outlaws is expensive. Are you guys kidding me right now? Guys, hold on. Are you serious right now? Bro, Star Wars is expensive. My man said he got the top edition of Star Wars. How much is that? Man, some of y'all got money, man. Some of y'all got money. Some of y'all got crazy money. Bro, do you know how much for Star Wars? That man said he got the Gold Edition. Dog, that stuff is expensive. Look at this. Bro, the gold edition for Star Wars, you must be mad in your brains. There is no way. Look at what? $109? 109? What? Nah, B. There's no way, bro. That's crazy. I remember hearing that it was supposedly $129 for another edition, and I was like, $129 is ridiculous, but $109 for the gold edition and the season pass. That's expensive, dog. He's a real gamer though, man. He's a real gamer. He's a real gamer. That's all I gotta say on that one. He's a real gamer, cause you must be a big Star Wars fan, bro. Cause that's expensive, bro. Like, just give me the base game so I can play it and finish it. But I get it for people who are, you know what I'm saying, huge fans of Star Wars. I mean, hey, man. He said, ain't no buzzword. Wait, I'm paying that, bro. That's a lot of money. Boy. At least they give you, at least Best Buy is being nice enough and throwing in a $10 gift card. At least they're giving y'all boys a $10 gift card with that. I said that game is coming to Xbox day one. What game's coming to Xbox day one? Yeah, Space Marine. Space Marine is Xbox PS5. Yeah, the whole shebang, man. Space Marine is the whole nine yard. Space Marine is the whole 9 yard, boy. Yeah, man. Says $100. I couldn't spend that much on Star. Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. There's a lot of people that love Star Wars, man. A lot of people that are huge Star Wars fans. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. So they'll spend any money. You know what I'm saying? Just like The Sims, just like Madden, you know, all of them games. People will spend crazy amount of money. So, you know, some people, they don't care, man. Some people are like, oh yeah, Marlon, I don't even really care. Like, I hear you. I hear you. You know, Wukong. Yeah, Wukong is going to be crazy. What's up with Wukong? Are we getting a physical copy of Wukong? It don't seem like it, bro. Yes, Space Marine day one for for Xbox. Yes. I just looked it up there. Jedi Survivor was probably worth on launch. Not Outlaws. Yeah. Outlaws, I don't know, man. From what I've seen, it seemed like it looks decent, you know. But oh yeah, and FIFA, them FIFA boys too. Yeah, Madden, FIFA, college football, people spend crazy money. Say $130 is crazy. But hey, I get it. If you really love it, it's worth it. Love what you love. That is true. If that's you, hey, more power to you. Some people got that bread. So, you know, some people got that bread. He says, I was excited for Star Wars, but the more gameplay I see, it just seems like a poor man's Jedi Survivor. Oh my God. A poor man's Jedi Survivor. That's crazy, bro. That's funny. Poor man Jedi Survivor. That's funny, bro. Man, I said poor man Jedi Survivor. But nah, let me ask y'all this. Are you guys buying Black Ops 6? Or are you gonna take advantage of it in in Game Pass? I think some of y'all gonna play it in Game Pass. That's what I think. I think a lot of y'all gonna be playing it in Game Pass. Spider-Man 270. Woo! Maj getting the train going again. Maj, you gonna help us fill up this bar, bro. Maj, you keep doing that, bro. You're gonna help us fill up that bar. Let's get it popping. Maj, let's go with the Kratos. Thank you. Wait a minute. Is it on Best Buy? Shouts to Maj helping us out. Yeah, let me check real quick. Black Myth. I didn't see a physical copy of it though. I didn't see a physical copy of it, guys. Black Myth Wukong, you sure? You sure, guys? Or y'all capping? Because I thought they said they were gonna I thought they said they were gonna release it just I don't see it on Best Buy. Yo, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater is still sold out. Are you serious? Maj, let's go, Maj. Oh my God, bro, we are so close. We are 25 away. We are 25 away. We are 25 away, man. My God, I don't see it, guys. I don't see Black Myth Wukong. That sucks that we're not getting a physical copy of that game. That pisses me off. Why not? Why are we not getting a physical copy? I mean, I heard that they said that this was their first game, blah, 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 and they're going to launch it digitally, blah, 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 or whatever. No, don't they learn from Alan Wake 2? He says, we get in a new Black Myth Wukong trailer tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. Oh, so it's today. I thought they said it was the 8th. Okay, so it's the 7th. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't they learn from Alan Wake not having a physical copy? Yeah, I just Googled it and stuff, and I that's crazy, bro. Wow. That's crazy. Why not have a physical copy, bro? Thank you so much for the $2, my man. Says if you Google it, no physical copy. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need a physical copy. Man, they don't learn their lesson from Alan Wake 2, bro. Alan Wake 2 did not do so well.
Thanks for the dono.
With no physical copy.
555, please explain to us how PC and Xbox keeping PlayStation afloat, because last I checked Xbox is doing worse than last gen and PC does make anything to help Sony, so get your life together.
Thanks for the dono.
If you Google it, no physical copy for Wukong.
Lord have mercy. Jeez, Michael. God dang. Michael over here stirring that pot. Dang. He said, get your life together. Man, you guys are something else, man. I can't with y'all, man. My voice going away. I can't with y'all, man. Y'all. I can't with this man, Michael, bro. Man, some of you guys are crazy, man. Oh, man, it's all love in here, boy. You guys are something else, man. It says not buying Wukong, no physical. I didn't buy Alan. That's what I'm saying. It's like, dang, y'all didn't learn y'all lesson? You know what I mean? Stirring that pot today, boy. Says, I'll close the pot. Microsoft is leading where it counts. Revenue drop. Mic drop. Random with the $5 supporting the show, getting us back on that board, and then also running that train as well, getting that train in that subway. Let's go, man. Says new Star Wars doesn't look that good, but Shadows of Empire remake. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, I mean, I heard that YouTubers went out to go play this game.
Thanks for the dono.
And
New Star Wars doesn't look that good, but a Shadows of the Empire remake, yes.
Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, man. It's just like they said. The dev said it will be a physical copy. They said it was, but not at launch. And you need that, bro. You need physical copies, man. I can't do this all digital stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need physical copies, bro. Like, you just do. You know what I mean? So, okay, here it is. All right, so we're going to take a look at this and tell me, guys, if you are happy. Big C! Oh! Oh my God. Big C.
We'll make our own destiny.
Yo. Let's go. Big C helping us fill up this bar. Let's go. Yo, shout outs to Big C, man. Shout outs to Big C. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Almost. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. 20 more to go. 20 more to go. Shout outs, man. Shout outs to Big C, bro. Elite member Big C. Elite member Big C. Let's go, man. All right, here we go, guys.
We'll make our own destiny.
Big C again. What the? Big C. Big C. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
We will make our own destiny.
Yo, Big C going crazy, dog. Big C. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. This thing needs to update right now. This thing needs to update right now. This thing needs to update right away. Oh my God. Big C. Holy cow, bro.
We'll make our own destiny.
Bro, that is 10 on the day. That is 10 on the day. 10 more to go. God. Shout outs to Big C.
We'll make
Wow.
our own destiny.
Yo, thank you so much, Big C, man, for your blessings, bro. Oh my God, man, Kratos is on fire right now. Kratos is on fire.
We will
God
make our own
dang. My man said Kratos on fire. Kratos is on fire. Woo.
We'll make our own destiny.
Thank you so much, Big C, bro. This is insane, bro. Big C!
We will make our own destiny.
Big C! What? What? Big C! Look at that bar! Look at that bar filling up! Oh my God! Big C!
We will make our own destiny.
Bro! What the heck? Big C!
We
Bro, this man is bro. Biggs. God dang.
our own destiny.
Big C. Oh my God. Wow, bro. Wow.
We'll make our own
Wow.
destiny.
Man, Kratos is on. Kratos is on fire right now.
We'll make our
Oh
own
my God.
destiny.
Listen. I just want to say, Big C, bro, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, bro. Always, God always sends somebody, bro. He always does, man. He always does, man. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for the support. He said, leave Kratos alone. He's a father. Oh, man, bro. Kratos is going nuts right now, bro. This is, yo. God. Kratos losing this. Oh, God. Yo. Oh my God, bro. you guys are funny, man. Kratos is losing his voice, bro. You guys are, man. Listen, man. Literally the best community, man, on YouTube. Literally, when I started this 10 years ago, when I started this journey, man. Oh my God, bro. Wow, man. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Facts. It says, if you are a true gamer, you play or own all platform. If you're not, you're just a fanboy. And some people too, man, they can't really afford multiple consoles, and I understand that, but some people, they just on the fanboy stuff. But no, seriously though, Big C, man, God bless you. Maj, bless you, bro. All the elite members, man. When I say elite member, shout outs to Higgins. Higgins, if you're watching, bro, thank you so much, man. All the elite members, the people who keep the channel alive, the people who keep our streams going forward month on month, week on week, day on day. Big love and respect to you guys, man. Seriously, man. Massive love to you guys, man, and y'all family. And bless y'all finances, man. Because without you guys, bro, none of this wouldn't be possible. So I just want to take the time to tell you guys thanks, especially in a time like this now where the economy is down the toilet and, you know, stuff is just so bad right now. So I appreciate y'all, man. 100%. Thank y'all so much. And I think we hit the goal because this thing haven't necessarily updated yet, but I'm even losing my voice like Kratos right now because I've just been doing a lot of talking all week. But yeah, it should be up. I know yo, country boy, what the heck? Oh my God. Listen. Oh man, country boy, thank you so much, man. All of you guys. Now, the goal is this. All right, so everybody who gets a gifted sub, I hope you guys become permanent members because it only lasts for a month, and then once the month is up, then that's it. Then you lose all your privileges. So I really do hope that you guys that got your gifted subs, that you will become permanent members to our community. So my goal is this. Once we hit this goal here today that we just hit, is to start off doing some retro stuff, right? Which I've already talked about numerous times, and that we were planning on doing it. So we're gonna start off with PS3, and I guess I'm gonna bring all the PS3 games with me. And this is going to be like a members only thing at first. And then I'm planning on doing it like, you know, for everyone afterwards. But yeah, so for the members and stuff like that, I'm planning on relaunching that and relaunching the member streams. And then we're going to start off with retro stuff. And then we're going to start off with PS3. And then you guys pick whatever PS3 game that we have in the collection. We have a huge stack of PS3 games. You guys pick whatever game you want to see. I think it's going to be a great, fun time. And then have you guys call in on the Discord or something, and we chill, talk, reminisce about these older games. And hopefully I can bring some awareness to these older games, and possibly Sony can get involved or something, maybe sponsor it, or maybe, I don't know, give an eye on it or something. So, you know, we'll see. We'll definitely see. It says scam gold bar. Yeah, for some reason, it's still saying that we're 10 away. I don't know why it's saying that we are 10 away. You know what I think? Maybe when I changed screens, maybe it didn't update. I don't know. But it should update. You say, Marlon, I feel I can... I guess he reacted. Anyways, let's take a look at Star Wars Outlaws. Big C, Maj, Country Boy. I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. And everybody in here, I love y'all. Let's take a look at this game, because this might be the final preview, the final gameplay that we're probably going to see for Star Wars Outlaws before the game actually comes out. So let's go ahead and let's take it away. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're brand new as well. Hit that like button and see if we can get over 200 likes on the show. Let's go.
Enough, friends.
And be honest with me, guys, when you look at this game, okay? Please be honest with me in the comments.
Yeah, but You don't have to pay me to hang out with you.
It seems impossible that Star Wars Outlaws is the first ever open world Star Wars game, but indeed it's true. With that first comes plenty of expectation, but also lots of excitement.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Handling the effort is massive entertainment. The talented developers of The Division. Speaking personally, I confess that I don't often get hyped up for too many open world games these days, outside of those made by Rockstar, as those can be counted on to raise the bar every single time.
Let me know if you get this, guys.
Hyped for Outlaws. After all, it's set after The Empire Strikes Back, you play as a Han Solo caliber scoundrel instead of yet another Jedi, and you've got an awesome alien creature pet named Nyx by your side at all times, who promises to have an impact on gameplay and not just follow our hero Kay Vess around being adorable. In other words, it's got a lot going for it on paper.
Don't worry, Nix. The next job will be better.
And while it doesn't seem like Outlaws will do any Rockstar-like bar raising, after playing a near final build of it for 4 hours across 2 different sections of gameplay, I can say it's still one of my most anticipated games yet to come out in a busy second half of 2024, and it feels very Star Wars in all the right ways.
Sold? 2 thumbs. You're sold? Well, I'm happy to hear that you're sold, my brother.
Made it.
Ubisoft has developed a reputation for making checklist open world games. Big spaces where you're given a to-do list of side quests and activities to complete outside of the golden
I'm definitely
path.
playing this
Generally,
day one, though.
This is
I'm
not
playing
a
it day one.
compliment. But one of the things
I do
that
love
impressed
open
me
world
about
games.
Star Wars Outlaws is that I didn't get the sense that I was just checking boxes to inch closer to 100% game completion.
Looks pretty
Don't get
good.
me wrong.
It looks
There
better
is
from the
plenty
last
to
time.
do in Outlaws, but those side quests and activities feel a lot more organic than they do in the
It looks better
publisher's
than the
other
last time I
games.
saw it,
For
so
example, while wandering
definitely
around the
gonna be
town
picking
of
this up.
Narragana on the planet Toshara, I walked by an arcade minigame
Looks
of
decent,
sorts.
yeah.
I wandered up and played around and had a good time. I also stumbled upon a betting stand where I could wager on holographic horse races. I managed to bet on the right one by sheer good luck, which gave me a chuckle later when I discovered a data pad lying around elsewhere that gave me a strong hint on who to lay my money on. I also encountered a down-on-their-luck gambling addict who begged me for money. I obliged, enabling his vice and leaving with a promise that he'd share in his winnings should he find himself back on Lady Luck's good side. Naturally, there's also a cantina, and I even saw a sabacc table, but I lacked sufficient funds at the time to buy in and play.
Someone told me that the Hutts are scrambling to get back something of Jabba.
Big C said,
All of
yeah,
these
I have all
optional
the systems,
activities
but I
feel
only
very
play
natural
PS5.
on the
I
planets and
wish
towns of
Xbox gave me a
Outlaws,
reason
and
to play
that's true
it, but
in part because of
has
the excellent art
just
direction
been
that makes every location
just
ooze
dust.
Star
Hellblade
Wars
2 was a
authenticity.
snooze.
From the lighting
Looked
to the
great, but
architecture
boring.
to the NPCs
Hey, I
milling
feel
about,
that, man. I feel that.
has, based on what I've seen so far, done an excellent job of setting an authentic Star Wars stage. And I'd be remiss if I didn't add how the story of Star Wars Outlaws only supports and reinforces all of this. Kay is just out to make her way in an unforgiving galaxy, lying or double-crossing as she needs to in order to look out for number one. This plays out in occasional dialogue choices that pop up during cutscenes, adding a bit more player agency to what would otherwise
Character
be
models
a
do
mini
look
Star
good, though.
Wars in-game movie. Will those choices affect how the plot ultimately plays out? I wouldn't bet on it, but there is a
You said,
laudable
bro, when you
faction
say it
reputation
will
system that
be
tracks
a
how
member
much
only,
or
is that
little
someone
each
who
of
is
the
paying?
in-game syndicates
Yeah,
likes
whether
you.
you're a
Double-cross
gifted
the
member
Hutts
or
and
a
you'll harm
paid
your
member every
reputation
month.
with them,
Yes.
but increase your standing with the Crimson Dawn. Piss off a faction enough and they won't let you into their territory, meaning you'll have to sneak in and stay undetected if you want access.
What if I say no?
Now that you know who I work for, I can't let you walk out of here.
But you're probably wondering, what of the moment-to-moment gameplay? In this, Star Wars Outlaws made me happy. This is a stealth game if you want it to be. And if you mess up in that attempt, I honestly like that you don't have a lightsaber to save you. You'll have to use Kay's blaster, which, yes, is upgradable, to get out of trouble, and that adds to the sense of danger because you're not a laser sword-wielding demigod. As such, the blaster battles felt like they had meaningful stakes, and the stealth gameplay had a bit of weight to it because I knew that I'd be up against it if I messed up.
hold on. Back up. What kind of mess? Did y'all see that?
To get out of trouble, and that adds
Wait,
to the
hold
sense
up,
of
hold up.
danger because you're not a
What's up with the
laser
AI?
sword wielding
Hey, what's going
demigod.
on?
As such, the blaster battles
Guys,
felt like they had meaningful.
pay attention right here. Pay attention. Look at what's going on with the AI right now. Look at this. What the
Mistakes, and the stealth gameplay had a bit of weight to it because I knew that I'd be up against it if I messed up.
Calling for reinforcements.
Roger that.
What the heck?
Naturally, with stealth comes lockpicking, and it's here too in the form of data spikes.
Andre!
Outlaws handles it.
Let's
Each
go,
lock
bro.
has a particular audio signature.
Thank
and
you
it's
for
up
the
to you to
blessing,
match
man.
that pattern
Welcome,
by pressing
bro,
the right
welcome.
trigger in time with
Thank you for the
beats.
support,
the longer
man.
you take, the more likely you are to be spotted. Similarly, the hacking
Welcome
minigame
aboard,
is
Andre.
also really fun. Here, you'll need to line up the right symbols in the right
Make sure you
order,
go to the community
which usually
tab,
takes
Andre, where you'll
multiple
find all your
attempts.
perks, my
Fail
brother.
too
Thank you
often
so
and you'll
much.
fail the
Welcome
hack
aboard, man.
entirely. It took me a few tries to wrap my head around, but once I did, I really enjoyed the opportunities I got to do some hacking.
Nice.
The core stealth gameplay is aided by the breakout star of Outlaws, Nyx. Yes, Nyx is the BD1 of this game, but compared to Cal Kestis's droid companion, Kay's organic pal can do a whole lot more for you. He can distract an enemy by getting the bad guy's attention and adorably playing dead, or flat out attack them. He can hit buttons or switches too, or set off bombs,
He
and
said
retrieve
Ubisoft
items.
tax?
This is useful
Hey,
when
man.
you're pinned down in a firefight and a more potent A300 blaster rifle
Ubisoft
is across
tax,
the
huh?
room. Nyx can go fetch it and bring it back and drop it at your feet without you leaving cover. I even like how Outlaws handles these larger weapons. They can't be reloaded, meaning that once you fire all the rounds, you just drop the empty gun and go back to your trusty blasters.
I
This
wish
is
there was
likely a
more
design
hand-to-hand
decision
combat,
to ensure
though.
that Kay never feels too overpowered, thus making sure the player is always on their toes in combat.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation.
Finally, you can't have an open world Star Wars game without ways to get around that expanse, and in Outlaws, Kay has a speeder bike that, as you'd guess, can also be upgraded. You can win credits doing races, or just stop off along the way to your destination at some interesting looking pit stop. The bike controls well. It almost feels like driving a boat in Wave Race 64 in that it's pretty fast
A
and
boat.
arcadey and
Raby, what's up,
maneuverable,
bro?
but hardly handles like it's on rails. Complementing this is Kay's ship, the Trailblazer, and yes, it's upgradable. I got to do a bit of outer space ship-to-ship combat, and I had a good time. I'll need plenty more time in the pilot seat to really solidify my opinion here, but flying the Trailblazer made a good first impression.
Oh, that's it. We've lost them.
If there's one thing that concerned me a bit during my hands-on time, it's bugs. Outlaws went gold well before the preview event, meaning that if I wasn't playing the certification build, it was something mighty close. And while yes, there will inevitably be a day one patch, as most games have nowadays, it was still disappointing to see as many annoying little, admittedly mostly visual and harmless, glitches as I did. Hopefully that day one update will knock out the bulk of them.
You know the rules. No credits, no sabak.
You know the rules,
already owe the
boy.
Pikes a fortune.
Ultimately, though, I had a fantastic time with Star Wars Outlaws. Open world games tend to be jacks of all trades, masters of none, and while I'm not sure Outlaws will master any of its gameplay components, it nonetheless not only does them all very well, but it does so with a convincing Star Wars sheen. And since there's somehow never been an open world Star Wars game before, it feels new, fresh, and most welcome. I'm glad this is arguably the first big name game out this fall.
I need
on
new
August
friends
30th,
to game
because I
with.
can't
What's your
wait
PSN?
To play more of it.
Yeah, it's
How do you
only
know my
for
name?
members right now. Yeah, it's only reserved for members. So if you're a member, then that's a perk. You know what I mean? And you also get access to our private Discord community as well. So that's specifically for members only.
Thanks for the dono.
Thank you so much, bro.
I need new friends to game with. What's your PSN?
But yeah, so what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about Star Wars Outlaws? There is some bugs for sure. Obviously, that can be polished and be ready in time. But I did notice some bugs there, like when she's like firing, Kate was firing and stuff. And it seemed like She was just like stuck, like completely stuck. So I was just like what's happening here? Like, okay then, like meh. Yeah, so obviously they're gonna have to iron out the kinks. The AI needs some work for sure. AI definitely needs. Garcia, thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate you, my brother. The AI needs some work, man. The AI needs some work. And it definitely, that's stuff that can be ironed out though. Like they can patch all this stuff. Thank you so much, Garcia, for subscribing. Hit that notification bell and all. I ask you guys, will you buy a PS5 Pro if it's real day one? 52% of you guys said yes. And then 48% said no. So there's that one. But yeah, man, those are Black Myth Wukong though. That game looks Black Myth Wukong. Oh man, bro. That game looks so good. Like it is so polished. I'm ready. As ready as I'll ever be, bro. As ready as I'll ever be. So yeah. I don't know if you guys are picking up Black Myth Wukong day one. I know because of the physical stuff, I do want a physical copy of the game, but man, as a content creator, bro, you gotta get it. You gotta get it day one. You gotta play it and you gotta review it, and you know how it is, man. Astrobot, oh yeah, Astrobot, you already know, bro. Astrobot, you already know. Like I have to play Astrobot, like for you guys, so there's no cutting corners around that. That's like happening. That's happening. So I do have to make sure that everything is, set up and ready to go and all that for that particular for that to happen. So yeah. The controller. Oh yeah. The controller's in another couple days. The controller's going, the controller for Astrobot is going to be in another 2 days. So y'all remind me that's what, Saturday? Dang, I ain't even gonna be here. That's what, set Thursday, Friday. No, that's Friday. Oh shoot, that's Friday.
I'll be becoming a member this week.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm coming out with another tier real soon too as well. So stay tuned for that. Coming out with another cheaper tier soon. So that's Friday morning. Yeah, because we're gonna be going out of town Friday. So I'm gonna see when. Hopefully, I can work before I have to go. We'll see. We'll see, man. Yeah. Black Myth. It looks good, man. It looks good. I just wish that they will I wish that they will at least figure out something in terms of the physical copy, which they have already said they are, but I'm still waiting to see. Said, bro, when is Star Wars Outlaws? On the 30th of this month? It's coming out on the 30th of this month. Yeah, it's coming out on the 30th of this month. So it says, I can only do one more membership and then I'm done for a few weeks. I've messed up. Laugh out loud. Really? Did you? Oh, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Google Eyes, you don't have to, bro. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, my brother. We do. None of y'all have to do anything, bro, but it's from the kindness of your heart. And we appreciate you because the channel's been down. Last month, the channel's been down. And, you guys are bringing back the channel alive again. So I appreciate you, bro. Google Eyes, once again, being so generous, carrying us alongside with Big C and also with Maj. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, we're gonna my plan is next week, sometime next week. I just have to work it in my schedule with the news show, with the regular show. But I'm gonna set a day aside, for specifically for that day. And, we'll have some of the members on call, man. And we're just gonna have a good time, man. Revisiting the PS3. I'm thinking possibly I'm going to make a video kind of revisiting the PS3. Just make a video on it, and then we're just going to do the live stream specifically for the members. I think it's going to be great because the PS3 does deserve it does deserve its due diligence, man. I just feel like the PS3 was slept on. That goal is tripping, bro. That goal is tripping. Like, let me see how much members we have gotten today. That goal is tripping. Let me see. Oh yeah, so we have 28 members on the day right now. 28 members on the day. That's almost, well, it's not a record because I think the biggest record that we have had in one stream was 100. We had 100 members in one stream. Yeah. That was just insane. I don't think we're ever going to get back to that. But yeah, 28 members on the day. That's a huge blessing. Thankful, grateful. Thank you so much, guys, for the blessing, man. It says, will not overtake console anytime soon. Man, nah, bro. Like, PS3, man. PS3 was just ahead of its time. Like, I missed the PS3. PS3 was just goated. Like, literally goated. Literally goated, man. Goated. It says, play that new Test Drive game. It's up for pre-order. Looks cool. Test Drive game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that and see what's up with that. 66 started, Marlon, I think. Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sometimes the goal just for some reason gets a little crazy. I do have to update it and see what's up. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it typically updates itself. You know how computers are, man, glitchy and stuff. PS4 deserves its flowers. Oh yeah, PS4 is still getting games right now. Like, PS4 is still getting games, bro. PS4 is still getting games to this date. Like, so PS4 is literally like goated for sure, PS4 is still getting looks, Say, hey, Marlon, can you play the System Shock remake trailer? System Shock remake trailer. Oh, that was from like a year ago. What is this? Oh man. Yeah, this is like from 2 years ago. Yeah, this don't look like my cup of tea, but we'll see. It said put COD on Game Pass. Well, they do have MW3 on Game Pass, so there's that one, man. They do have show Black Myth. Oh, Black Myth Wukong, bro. What's up, bro? He said, did you hit? Yes. Nathan, it was supposed to update. Yeah, we did because we needed like, we just got to reset it now. I don't know, for some reason it's not updated. What's up, Nathan? I was just talking about you, bro. We were just talking about you, man, just bigging you up, man, and just being thankful for your support on the channel and everything. God bless, bro. Yeah, I gotta reset it because for some reason it's still showing 82. But shout out to Nathan, man. How you doing, bro? Yeah, Black Myth Wukong. I can't wait for Black Myth Wukong, bro. That game looks sick. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong looks crazy, bro. Black Myth Wukong looks crazy. Oh my god, man. This game looks... Man, I can't wait for this game, bro. This game looks crazy good. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong looks crazy, bro. Hold on. Let me go back and see if I can get... Hold on. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong looks crazy, bro. I mean, honestly, bro, like, it's just... It looks so good. 19 minutes of game... Oh, no, this is old. Okay, never mind. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Check your Twitter. Dev talking about the Pro Epic settings. Oh, yeah, I did talk about it, Lucci. I did just talk about it today. Yeah. Man, this game looks so... Oh, it's a video. Oh, it's a video. Okay, gotcha. It's a video. Okay, gotcha. Man, this game's about to be crazy. Yeah, the game looks insane, bro. Yeah, man. Game looks crazy, bro. Figure out where the... Oh my god. Look at that, man. Oh my god, bro. The boss fights are crazy good. Look at the attention to detail, bro. Like, I mean, bro. It looks crazy, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's about to be crazy, bro. It's about to be crazy. Man, wow, so smooth, like very, very, very smooth, man. Very, very smooth. Very, very smooth. Very, very smooth. Very, very, very smooth. Like, oh my god, bro. Very, very smooth. Can't wait, man. Can't wait, guys. I can't wait, man. Game looks very smooth, man. No parrying in this game, just dodging. Yeah. Apparently that... no, is it blocking? I think they said there was no blocking in the game or something like that. I forgot. You can't block or something like that. Yeah, I think it was no blocking. No blocking. But wait, you can't parry either? I thought they said it was no blocking. But ooh-wee. It said needs dynamic tone mapping on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna look better though. It says it's blocking too with that staff. He said, Marlon, you know what I mean about the Phantom Blade Zero saying they're skipping Xbox. You made a whole video about it, but no follow-up when the studio came. I just said it. I just talked about it. I just talked about it earlier in the beginning. I don't know if you were in the stream, but I did talk about it. I did clear it up. And I said they came out and said that they didn't say that. And obviously there was some kind of miscommunication going on, or somebody's lying or something. But I didn't hear anything from the Black Myth Wukong developers coming out and saying anything. I saw that, and that's why I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. You must have came in like late or something. Can't wait for GTA 6. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I did talk about it earlier. I did clear it up earlier. Half-Life 3, man, we ain't getting no Half-Life 3, bro. We ain't getting no Half-Life 3. I give up waiting on Half-Life 3. We ain't getting no Half-Life 3, bro. We've been hearing that for years. How many years have we been hearing about that? Man, just like SOCOM. We've been hearing about, oh, Marlon, SOCOM is coming back. SOCOM is, man, we ain't getting no SOCOM, bro. We ain't getting no SOCOM. We ain't getting no Killzone. Bone Slave, what's popping? We ain't getting no Killzone. We ain't getting no SOCOM. So just forget about it. It's not happening. You know, Resistance, as much as I keep bringing it on and on, hopefully with our retro series, me playing these retro games can somehow, you know, raise some sort of awareness or something like that, but it's just not going to happen, bro. All we can do is dream. It's not SOCOM. What? SOCOM? You ain't getting no SOCOM, boy. Michael Peer with the $2 says, Xbox fans about to watch us playing this game. Oh, Lord. Hey, Michael, you stirring the pot, man. Michael said, Marlon, I don't care, bro. Michael said, I don't care, Marlon. I don't care. Pragmata, yeah. What's up with Pragmata, man? We haven't heard a pin drop on Pragmata. Not one pin drop on that game. Like, what in God's name is actually happening right now? Yeah, he don't care. He just like, man, I don't even care. I'm just gonna let it fly. Like, I don't even. He's like, no, I don't even care right now. He was like, I don't care. I don't care who want to get mad. I don't care who got something to say. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. He said the last gameplay video was good. Yeah, it was. Pragmata, we still don't know anything about Pragmata. That worries me. You know, but I know Capcom is working on it, so we just got to be patient, man. We got to be patient. We got to be patient. We got to be patient. You know, I trust Capcom. I trust Capcom throughout this process. You know, we just got to be, what's the word I'm looking for? We just got to be, you know, I guess more considerate, I guess. But it's been a long time since we have seen anything on this game. So, I mean, man over here stirring the pot, bro. We can't win. We can't win with this man, bro. We can't win with this man. Says I said to whoever said Microsoft is keeping Sony afloat, and there's no reason, and there's no reason, and there's no reason and own, and there's no reason to own, and all three, and oh Lord. PlayStation fan going to watch us Xbox fan playing Indiana Jones. Hey, you know what? I'm playing Indiana Jones. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me one way or the other. I'm winning at the end of the day. Thank God I'm in the position I'm in to be able to play it on whatever platform I want to play it on. So I ain't losing. I ain't losing out. I one of the main ones that said, listen, give me that Indiana Jones, bro. Give me that Indiana Jones. I'm ready for that Indiana Jones. That Indiana Jones is fire, bro. Fire. An electric wire. Yes, sir. Trash? Bro, what? Oh, you are kidding me, bro. You are kidding. This man said, but you know what? That's his opinion. I have to respect his opinion, bro. I respect your opinion, Lucci. I respect your opinion, bro. I got to keep reminding myself, come back down to earth, Marlon. Yeah, I respect your opinion. Hey, trash. Hey, man, you know what? Gotta respect people's opinion, man. If you think a game is not that good, hey. You know, but me, man, this look, Indiana Jones looks so good, bro.
Are you sure you want to investigate these things?
I can't let this go. It could be the best kept secret in history.
Man, look at the lighting,
what you
bro.
got to do, Indiana?
What do you have to do, Indiana?
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold.
Man, this looks good, man. This looks really good. Like, I can't stress it, bro. Like, this looks good.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air.
Character models looking good.
Stones, Gina.
You know what I'm saying?
Or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around
Hey,
the globe,
man, not every
you'd
game
get a
needs to be
perfectly
third
aligned
person,
circle.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
The Great Circle.
That's just my opinion,
Exactly.
though. Indiana Jones looks amazing,
I
bro.
intercepted the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Where Voss is sending all of his men.
Is that a...
Battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look.
Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands? What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
We'd better hide. Hey, tu! Ciao.
Say, Michael Pierce said, "Hey Marlon, Xbox's King told me he was dreaming playing Black Myth Wukong on release date." Oh Lord, oh Lord, here you go, man. You guys are something else, man. I can't with y'all boys,
Where's
man.
the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Oh my God, man. You guys
Fear
are
of heights.
something else, bro. This looks good though, man. This game looks good. Like, I don't like, but hey, you know, to each their own, man. Some of you guys probably don't,
Because
you
of
know.
a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand. Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you
This looks good, man.
is your stupid American cartoons. Choo choo,
Choo choo.
ha ha. You laugh and dance.
Oh,
celebrating
God,
your
that's
own
so
idiocy
funny.
and drinking the piss you call beer.
That's so funny,
I
bro.
will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
What's this crap, bro?
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your
Thanks for the
corpse to make
dono.
sure.
Hey Marlon,
Please wait.
Fiscal told me he was dreaming
Give me the
playing
stone.
Black Myth Wukong on release date. Lol.
Gina.
Yo, that dialogue was funny. Hardcore funny, bro. Choo choo choo.
We gotta get out of here.
The stone! The stone!
Gina!
Gina!
Haltet sie auf! Erschießt sie!
Yeah.
Hab dich.
Choo 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 choo. Dang. Good Lord. Choo choo that. Ooh, God. Indiana Jones is about to be crazy, bro. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Looks so good, bro. Looks so good. Tony Todd, the GOAT. Man, this game looks good, bro. Hopefully no delays, man. Hopefully no delays, man. Hopefully no delays, bro.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Play it day one with Game Pass. Hopefully no delays, guys. I'm hoping that we don't get into delays, but you know, I don't expect PlayStation fans to like Indiana Jones at all. But if it was a PS5 exclusive, I can almost guarantee you they'll be like, yes, let's go. Even though they're saying that they will prefer third person. Yes, Sony, let's go. Sony. Yeah, just saying. You know what I mean? They wouldn't play it. Man, PlayStation fans, you already know how PlayStation fans are, bro. Like, if that was a PS5 exclusive, they'll be all over it like water on rice. Can't wait to play it. It looks amazing. But nah, bro. They are going to go crazy. Yeah. What's it called? What's it called? X, I forgot what it's called. Yeah. But hey, man, he said trash pass shovelware. Oh Lord, we stirring the pot today, man. I see what y'all doing. Y'all over here stirring the pot. Today. I see y'all. I see exactly what y'all are doing, man. I see exactly what y'all over here doing, man. Y'all over here stirring the pot. You over here stirring that pot. I see for myself now. I see what's happening, man. I see what's happening. I see what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? Indiana trash. Hey, man. Hey, you know what? I respect your opinion, Dub City, but I'm just saying, if it was a PS5 exclusive, y'all boys would be like, oh, let's go. Sony, let's go. Sony, let's go. You know, it would have been like, Sony, let's go. Let's go, Sony, and this and that. But nah. Because it's it's an Xbox game and stuff like that, then it's like, oh, yeah, nah, garbage, Marlon. You still wouldn't get it? Okay. All right. He says, I'm buying Black Ops 6 this version and got Game Pass. Yeah, me? Yeah, there's way too many games coming out this holiday season for me to spend $70 on Black Ops. But hopefully I do get it in for review and I get access to it so I can, play it for you guys and things of that nature. That will be awesome. I think it will be, a blessing and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. It says CF only game came to PlayStation, just like with all the Xbox games coming, because they are trying to make up that money to spend on that. Yeah. Well, there you go, man. There you go. You already know, man. You already know. They got to do whatever they got to do to, get that money. Just like, because they knew people were going to be pissed off about the whole price hike for Game Pass, so they added, which I do appreciate, they added what was it again, MW3, which I do find myself playing MW3 a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I be playing MW3, man, and having a good time. So yeah, I mean, it is value for us at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, they went up on the price. I'm locked in with Game Pass for a while, so I did get some free Game Pass. I got some hooked up from some companies and stuff like that. Stuff that came with like Game Pass for free, stuff like that. I kind of redeemed and stuff. But yeah, so I'm locked in for a little time. So I'm not too stressed or worried, about paying $20 a month. And even if I would pay the $20 a month, because as a content creator, you need to be subscribed to it so that you can review it and talk about it and play the games on there. Not every single time you're going to have $70 to fork out the dough, for said game. So, You know, you just have to look at it from that perspective, I guess, right? But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much today, guys, for the tremendous support on the channel. I do have to get going. Do have some stuff to take care of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the members tab when we're going to do the first stream for the members only stream. And then I'm going to put the time on there on when we're going to stream so that the members know, hey, XYZ time, you know, make sure you guys tune in to support the members only stream. And then we're going to do it for members first, and then we'll do it for everybody afterwards. But we're going to start off with PlayStation 3, and then I'm going to reset this member goal as well too, for something else that we're going to do really, really cool. So we're going to start off with PS3, and then I'm going to have the Discord. So for those of you who are members who have access to our private Discord, you guys can call in and talk to me live, and then we can revisit these games, and you can talk about whatever you like about the game and what you think Sony should do, and so on and so forth. And I think it's going to be a fun time. And then after we're done with PS3, then we'll go to PS2, then we'll go to PS1, you know, then we'll go to, you know, other consoles, Dreamcast, whatever else you guys want to play, GameCube, whatever else, you know what I mean? It's not going to be just PlayStation. The original Xbox, it ain't just going to be that. You know, we're going to have tons of retro stuff going on. I've been preparing for this for years. And so that's definitely going to add, you know, another layer to what we're doing here on the channel. You know, just, you know, I like to add variety to our content, you know, something for everybody to watch and enjoy. So I hope you guys appreciate it. Thank y'all so much, man, for the support today, man. You guys came out swinging, literally, as always. And let's just keep it going for the rest of the month, man. One love and God bless. Put God first, everything last. Hug somebody, tell them you forgive them. And yeah, man, like the great Etika would say, please have yourself a phenomenal one. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and thank you guys for your blessings. And I pray that God will restore all the blessings that you gave today. Those of you who went above and beyond. I love y'all, all right? Stay blessed. Drive home safe to your family, guys. And I love y'all. Peace. Take care, guys. See you in the next one.